Hello and welcome everybody. Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and happy 25th of December if you don't. So I'm still doing this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading, even though it's Christmas Day here in Australia, 25th of December. Thank you so much for coming along. It's very simple. Pick a number now between 1 and 5 and I'll do a psychic tarot interpretation for you. Let's go to the board now and see what these cards have to say. Okay, so card number 1 is what we're doing. Card number 1. In spirit, I see myself holding the cards like this in one hand, which I don't know why, but it's the left hand, so it probably means with a feminine vibe, something about receiving, which I always say to spirit, you know, I open myself up so that I can give the messages that you want me to say. Okay, so number 1, something about chopping. There's a chopper here. If you know me, you'll know I'm not a cook. It's got a special name. I can't think of the name. It's like a square chopping thing, not a hatchet. I just can't remember what it's called. Anyway, that's about chopping something off, finishing something, using your volition, your willpower to finish something up. And that's so that you can start again. Of course, you might actually be cooking and chopping and getting ready for Christmas, no matter where you are in the world. Okay, the card that comes up is the Moon card. All right, it's all about your subconscious. It's quite a spiritual time. I've got a very sort of Neptunian feel around this. You may feel slightly confused. It might be like everything has lost its sharp outline and it's sort of got a blurry type of effect. No, it's not your eyes, it's your brain probably. It's like Neptune dissolves and it just gradually eats away at something to finish it. And that's so a new beginning can start. So this is coming up out of your subconscious. You'll even see the moon there has sort of like, it doesn't even have a definite sort of edge. It has like an aura around it, and you might feel a bit like that. It's a very significant time of learning. You may be learning something so that you can pass it on and teach somebody about this situation. That's the wolf dog, the great teacher according to Indian medicine. Okay, but look to your subconscious because there's some definite messages that are going to come out for you. Card number 2, what do I see? A lot of structures here, tall skyscrapers. These are the things that you have built, the constructs you have built in your mind. Now, some of them are going to topple over again. It's the same sort of theme, the end of something. Some of these ideas are not worth pursuing. It's like you'll decide, well, I don't think that's going to work, so I'm not going to go along with that idea. And it's like clearing the decks so that, you know, you can get more practical ideas that still reminiscent of what's going on in your heart. It's important to use your thinking and your emotions together. Find a balance. Okay, the card that comes out for number 2, getting a vibe on money as well. The card that comes up is the King of Swords. Okay, the ability to chop through and get to the core of the issue, the thinking I was just talking about. You need to run everything, all your important decisions through your own heart. Have some empathy because this can be ruthless sometimes. It is useful to have the ability to be ruthless. Sometimes you have to make very hard decisions in life that you would rather not make. However, this person has learnt that thinking logically is useful, and it's because they've been under heat and pressure. See, he's seated on a diamond with a diamond at the back, so they've had a lot of stress in their life and they've come up with a way of managing that. The good news is that there's a lot of butterflies up here around the head, so new thoughts coming in, new beginnings, again, similar to number one. It's like something's really finishing up so that new things can begin. The King of Swords. Number three, what do I see? I'm in an icy sort of landscape, and so it's beautiful, but sometimes it can feel a bit lonely, or even feeling alone, which is not the same as loneliness per se, because you might be happy with your own company. Okay, so I'm in Australia here on the Gold Coast. It's very warm today. We've had a lot of wild weather, and down south they're having wild weather today. But here it's very warm. I don't know, it's going to be 30 or 32 degrees Celsius, so, you know, quite hot actually. But this icy landscape obviously relates to the northern hemisphere. Okay, so Northern Europe, England, Canada and the US particularly, and it's good. And they're showing me a big key, and they're saying it's good if you could, you know, if you're on your own, reach out to somebody if you feel like you can. Okay, the card that comes up is the Page of Cups. Geez, the same card. This came up earlier in the Facebook reading, and this is about spiritual messages. The fish in the cup is all about the energy coming up from your subconscious. Keep your eyes open and your ears open. You might get some important messages from spirit. This also brings a little bit of intuition or clairvoyancy. It's like you're in touch with what's going on. This blue reminds me of Michael the Archangel looking out for you. And, you know, he is a healing angel. You know, we hear all about the warrior angel, but he's also a healer. He told me that about 20 years ago, that it's not all about warfare, it's about healing. Okay, so that's card number three. Now we're going to card number 4. What do I see for card number 4? I have to say this again, even though I've already said it. Messages from spirit. Okay, can I move on now? They won't let me move on if I don't say. Sometimes they get very sort of definite and specific. I have to say the exact words. Okay, I've got a new vision coming in now. Oh, that's the most weirdest thing. It's a gold square metal sheet, and it's like you touch it in certain places. It's sort of sensitive, touch sensitive. So it's like a control panel, but it's gold. Okay, so it's like if you pick card number 4, you're in control. You just have to work out the language of how to control your life, basically. You can't control other people's lives, of course, unless they're children. But adults, you have to, you know, it's more about controlling your own life. Be in control, and it's a very valuable, precious thing. The card that comes out is the Justice card. It's all about natural law, L-O-R-E, rather than human law, L-A-W, but this does help with human law, L-A-W. You have to listen to your intuition. That's the most important thing. Then you cut through all of the stuff, all of the info you're getting, because your intuition tells you things, but sometimes you can't action those things, or you're not sure, or it's confusing. Have to cut through the dross to get to the core message. Weigh up the evidence in front of you, weigh up what you're getting, think about it logically, and then take action when you keep both your feet on the ground, to be practical, safe and stable. Okay, and then there's lots of action to be taken, but it's a major arcana card. It's very important, and it's about you being the judge and jury in your own life. And when we actually die, it's not God judging us or somebody else judging us. It's us looking at us, and our responses to all of the things that have happened in our life, whether they be difficult or easy. Okay, so we judge, and we'll see how, you know, we've lashed out and in our anger or in our pain, and how that has affected somebody else who was also in anger or pain or some other situation. We'll see all of that. Okay, and we will be the judge and jurors. So we don't really realise when we're alive that we are already starting that process. Okay, as a major arcana card, the effects of that card will last for some considerable time. It's not just this week. Now, number 5 is alive. Number 5, I'm getting that blue of Michael, the Archangel, around me. Now I'm talking about it. Be free. Let the chains drop from your arms and from your wrists. Be free in your thoughts, your thinking, and also in the actions that you take, because the chains on the arms actually restrict the actions that we take. Okay, so if you can change your thinking and allow your thinking to just wander without any judgments, then you might find the chains drop off your arms, and then you can take action. The card that comes out is the Two of Cups. I'm sort of laughing because this also came out on Facebook as well, and it's all about healing and bringing the energies of another person. Now, you might not know this person yet. They may be coming into your life, but they represent something. You may never even meet them. You could just literally, you know, cast eyes at one another on the train or something. It can be as simple and as fleeting as that. But they represent something to your subconscious, and your subconscious recognises them. And their energy brings healing to you, and your energy brings healing to them. And you'll see the glasses here. They're having a toast. In the old days, this was a hand fast, which could be like a marriage for a year or a predetermined time, or it could be for the whole of life. And people in those days would live together for, say it was for a year, and then decide if they were suited to one another, if they wanted to continue. But the snakes here, it's like there's a little bit of poison, but it brings eventual healing. And the angel's wings, the angels are watching all of this play out. Here's some chains on the wrists. Now that's interesting, isn't it? So they're actually, instead of dropping, they might be dropping one set of chains to put on another set of chains to chain them together. So just think about that. If you're in relationship, think about the chains that come with that relationship, because we all have to compromise on certain points if we're in relationship. The important thing is that you compromise on the things that are not really important to you. They're not core values. So if it was like saying you're going to be with somebody who's dishonest, you know, would that offend your core value of honesty? Obviously it would, and then you would know that was not going to work out if the person was, you know, basically a dishonest person, for example. Okay, so that's number 5, and these are our cards. We've got 2 major arcana and a royal, which is more or less normal. Look at the angle. I'm going up like this. Things are trending upwards. Look at that. I've done that quite unconsciously. And I usually like to keep things very straight because I'm on the cusp of Virgo. So, you know, we can't stand anything that's not, you know, exactly in its right spot. But very interesting that I've made that trend up. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. And as I said, Merry Christmas and happy 25th of December if you don't celebrate Christmas. I'll see you all again soon. Leave a like and a comment. Okay. Thank you, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.